Welcome back, guys. Today we're diving into some much needed cabin repairs. We're going to be shoring up the old foundation, getting started on a much needed add-on. Let's get to work. Today I'm going to be turning our front porch into some much needed heated living space. I'm also going to be tightening up the cabin foundation a little bit, so I'm going to get to work. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is pop this screen door off. We're going to replace it with a normal house exterior door, and then I'm going to pull these screens out. I'll get this framed in and we'll put some windows in. The foundation on this house isn't in the best of shape, so none of these doors sit properly. It's a project I have coming up this spring. It's a heavy screen door. No going back. You ready?
Yeah.
Plywood here because the pups will jump through. None of these Central Asian shepherds enjoy being contained. I'll put it in about a 1/4 inch, right? And then our interior wall can come right off that.
Ooh, hot. Think Lena like it?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's really good. I'm just going to pop the window in, make sure it fits, and if it does, I'll keep going to the rest of these. Okay, I'm going to try to stick this in there. It's going to be pretty tight on either side, so let's see if it goes. The window's just a little too tight on the bottoms. I'm gonna kind of redo how I had this framed, and then I'm gonna sand the bottoms a little bit, and then we'll try again. The problem is that the frame here isn't square, so it's just about a 1/4 inch too tight on the bottom. It's okay. I'll be good at it when I do the next one though. 60, I'm blind as a bat. 62 3/4. This is gonna work out good. I trimmed one of these up a little bit. The tape measure says it should fit, so we're gonna try again.
You gonna hold it?
The other side will go a lot quicker. That window is basically in. I struggled a little bit with the crookedness of the cabin, but that's all right. That's about as good as it's gonna get, and I'll trim that later. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Oh, it's getting cold. So this room is going to be much needed. If you watch the channel, you know we have 300-pound dogs here, and they do spend a lot of time outside, but we all end up bunking up in the cabin at night or when it's really cold out. So it's going to be nice to have some dog beds out here. It's also going to be nice because we haul water from a creek and we keep it in 5-gallon jugs. We clog up the bathroom with it, so it will be nice to put it out here and keep it from freezing. Windows, when we got them, were a little on the bigger side for the front. The sizes that they had were way too small.
This looks good.
Thank you, Lena.
You're welcome.
So we get the question a lot why we do these building projects in the winter, and the short answer is it's winter about 7 months out of the year here, and we spend a majority of our summer trying to gather food, whether that's fishing, hunting, growing it, foraging it. So we're pretty busy in the summer and we don't have a lot of time for these building projects, and there's a good window between the end of hunting season and when it gets really cold around late December, early January to get some of this stuff done. So we take advantage of that time. Looks like it's gonna snap. 4 boards, 50.5, and then 2 of those strips. Generator. It's gonna have to go inside. oil heater and a propane heater. I think we'll use the propane heater.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just nicer. Back of the wall. So I think, yeah, this goes there like that. Then that attaches to this. Right there, so we could go like out right here, you know?
Uh-huh.
And then we could run a propane line up through. That'll be a project for another day. Okay, windows are in. The unevenness of the cabin gave me a little bit more of a challenge than I anticipated, but they're all in there. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do with these screens up top here. And then I'm not sure if I want to pull these boards back off and reframe this, or if I just want to put a piece of foam board on the back of it and call it good. I'm going to go work on one of the posts for the cabin foundation. Then I'm going to go see if I can get the old fire truck going. I can't get the block heater working, so I'm going to try to make a little fire, put it under the oil pan, see if I can get it started up. I think Amy's going to start in on some dinner, and that'll be it for the day.
All right, well, Dennis gets started on those foundation posts. Lena and I are going to do a little hunting. I saw some spruce hens fly off over here. We're going to see if we can find them. Then we're going to run down to the creek, get some water. We're hoping to take a bath tonight. See any, Lene?
Birds up there.
Those are magpies. They're right over here. All right, I just saw a few fly off over there. I'm gonna give Lena the camera, see if I can get one. Here you go, Lene.
Yeah. Good job, Mom.
Thanks, Lene. Good job filming.
You're welcome.
You wanna have them for dinner?
Yay! Gunpowder smells like steak.
All right, well, we got one. Have this guy for dinner. I'm gonna go home, process him out, help Dennis with the foundation.
Okay, well, most of the posts in this cabin need to be replaced, and it's a job I had planned for this summer, but just ran out of time, so I'm going to have to do it next summer. This one in the back corner here is exceptionally bad. The cabin's kind of leaning this way, so I'm going to try to do something about it. I don't think the block in there is actually holding anything up, so I'm going to try to lift this back corner of the cabin up, replace it with a little thicker block, brace it up a little bit, and then call it good till spring. That's not doing a thing. I don't know if I can get it lined up with that hole. We'll put that on the top, and then I'll shim the bottom with something.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
I gotta crib this. These log cabins are really heavy, so you got to be real careful about how you lift them. I don't want the stack to fall over, but I don't have enough of these. Let's try that, see what happens. If that helps in any. I wish I had more of these posts.
Yeah.
Fish. Chasing a never-ending thing, because now I'm going to have to do something about that one. I don't want to go too much higher than that, because I'm going to have to start fixing all of them. But get this piece of rebar inside that hole. I need to just get it up a little bit higher now. Now I gotta go figure out what's wrong with this jack. It's brand new. Nothing really likes the cold. I've never had a problem with one of those jacks before. I'm just gonna cut those. I would have liked to spin this one, but okay, there's a good temporary fix until spring. That jack quit on me, so I can't go too much further here. I'm gonna put it inside the house, see if I warm it up, if that helps, but I'm gonna go play with the fire truck a little bit. This cabin had sat empty for, 10 or so years before Amy and I bought it, so there's a lot of deferred maintenance on this. I'm gradually chipping my way through it. These posts are the last thing. I'm gonna get to them this spring. So my generator isn't strong enough to power the block heater here. I've tried plugging it in a few times and it just keeps tripping the breaker on the generator. So what I think I'm gonna do is I have a little diesel fuel here, a little bit of hay. I'm gonna put some wood in here, make a little fire, and try to heat up the oil pan to get it to start up without setting the fire truck on fire. Okay, I'm just gonna pop this under the oil pan and see if we can get this thing to kick off. I'm surprised these trucks don't have glow plugs. Okay, we'll let that burn down and see if this thing starts. All right, this has been going for about 15-20 minutes. Let's see what happens. Well, it worked, so I'm gonna let it run for a while, charge the batteries, and then I'll shut it off. I'm gonna let this warm up. I'm gonna go use this to start a fire for dinner. been a while. Should work.
All right, Lena requested campfire mac and cheese. We're gonna make that, our spruce hen, and the little wild mushrooms that we foraged this summer. I think I'm ready to start my grouse and my mushrooms and my cheese sauce. Good. Still have a good amount of mushrooms left in the stores.
I love these mushrooms. This is really good. Well, that was really good. We're going to bring some firewood in, shut the fire truck off, and get ready to take a bath. So Amy and I get the question a lot, how do we shower? And it's really pretty basic. We have a big old stock pot, we fill it with water, we'll either heat it on the stove here or over on the wood stove. This cabin is what I'd consider a semi-dry cabin, so it has all the drains, but there's no water coming into it. And in the wintertime, it's really hard to keep those drains from freezing. So typically the shower drain is the first drain to freeze. So we'll just heat water like this. Lena has a tub, we'll fill the tub for her and she can take baths in the house, but Amy and I will typically just go outside and take a shower that way. When we bought the cabin, it had an on-demand hot water heater and we'd just use a transfer pump and we'd take showers that way. But this works out just fine and it's pretty nice, and I'll tell you, nothing will quite wake you up like showering outside in the winter in Alaska.
Well, that was a long day. I'm pretty happy to have all that done. We're pretty beat. We're gonna call it a night. Hey guys, this is Amy and Dennis from Holdfast, Alaska. We are a small family living in the eastern interior, building a subsistence homestead.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed that video and we'll see you on the next one.